Would you look at that? Another housing development going in. Really? Do we really need another housing development? Why can't we have something else? Why put another cornfield in? How could the town possibly let this happen? Ugh, selfish people. Oh my God. Another golf course? Somebody should make him just not build a golf course. They just need to let that thing grow in, like, keep it wild and natural. We need more wildlife habitat.
What?
Really? Another retail shop? Ugh, just what our town needs. I'm going right to city council about this. What a black eye for our community. Oh my God, those poor people paid all that money to build their custom $175,000 home next to that awful smelly farm. I hope they get the county to close that farm down. I know, right? You paid all that money to build that house, and how dare they fly planes out of there after 10 p.m.? I don't care if the airport's been there for 80 years. What does that matter? Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about some more jerks. I read a post on Facebook this morning because, of course I did. Anyway, don't judge. It was an article about a developer that bought a building, pretty much takes up the whole block, in Ocean City, right along the beach. And the building itself, it's a cool looking old building, hotel, restaurant, things like that. But it's been dilapidated for 20 years plus. Like, it's been let go over and over and over. Total disrepair. It's not safe. Not sure if it's fixable. If it is, it's definitely not worth putting that much money into. It's like, it's not that historical. And not everybody, most of the people commenting on the article were bitching and complaining about, oh, there goes the charm of the beach. That's a shame. They shouldn't let him tear that building down. And he wants some kind of variance to extend his square footage a little bit to get some sort of federal grant, loan. I'm not sure what the deal is exactly on that, but the main gist of what got me started was people bitching about what other people do with their money. This developer paid his money, her money, their money, whatever, to buy this place, to fix it up. Is it to make a profit? Yes. That's the first rule of business. You go into business to make a profit. It's not for philanthropy. Now, once you get into business and if you make enough profit, then you can be philanthropic. Is that the right word? But going into business is not about, most of the time, helping other people. It's about being in business, making money. Some of those examples I gave in the beginning were a little silly, but all true. I've seen it since I was a little kid, and I'm old.
It's been 84 years.
There was an airport not too far from where I grew up, in a very rural area, and an older farmer sold out, or he died and his family sold the farm, whatever. All legal. So a developer bought the farm. All legal. Got it laid out, engineered, had the ground tested, everything, made sure everything perked, and all legal. And started building houses, subdivided it into lots and started selling houses and building houses. All legal. First thing you see in the newspaper back then. Yes, news used to come on paper, kids. Anyway, you'd see people all up in arms because a farm's being developed. Well, it is what it is. It's not your farm, it's not your money. Then, people that bought in that development, who got to visit their lot way before the foundation for their house was ever put in, knew there was an airport there, never questioned it, and then 6 months after they moved in, they want to complain and, try to get the airport shut down.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Or at the very least, halt any flights after 10 p.m. Really? That airport was there way before you were, and again, their land, their money, they're following the regulations already. How do you get to move in and tell somebody else what to do with their stuff? That's just insane. Not too far from there, same deal. Dairy farms. Where I grew up, there was a lot of dairy farms. People buy the farm next door, develop it, build a bunch of expensive houses on it. Again, their money. That's fine. But how dare you try to tell the farmer who's had that farm in his family for several generations that he can no longer raise and milk cows for a living because the smell of cows offends you? What kind of a psychopath moves into a situation knowing that they're not going to like it and insists that everybody else changes and bends to their will? You know, I see older people do it too. They move into a neighborhood that's, mostly young families. These people buy a retirement home there and then want to bitch and moan because there's kids out on the street playing. Oh my God, they're playing basketball! Really? Martha? Go take a nap. Have a Snickers. You knew there was kids when you bought the house, and the first 3 times you came to look at it because you really weren't sure you liked that house. You saw them playing basketball on the street and respectfully moving over when you drove through. And you still bought the house, and now you think everybody should just change the way they live their lives to suit your old wrinkly ass. I'm so tired of people telling me or telling the rest of the world what their rights are, while at the same time trying to infringe on everybody else's rights. You have the right to sleep in the middle of the night without a plane flying over your house? Don't build a frickin' house next to an airport. Do a little research. You don't like the fact that your psycho neighbor plants his flower bed in an old bathtub and a toilet that came out on a remodel 50 years ago in the front yard? Don't buy a house next to him. Or put a taller fence up. Bottom line is, yeah, you got rights, but so does everybody else. Your rights don't supersede everybody else's. Your opinion does not supersede everybody else's. My opinion doesn't supersede everybody else's. But I'll be damned, if I'm going to buy something, it's going to be what I want. Within the limits of the ordinances, the laws, the zoning, whatever. If I buy something and want to build there, tear something down there, that is my business, not yours. The sense of entitlement is just staggering. I can't understand how everybody thinks that they're special. Yes, all of our moms when we were little told us we were special in our own way, and we were. Some a little more special than others. But let's be real. In the great scheme of things, you're no more special than I am. I'm no more special than that guy. But this little mind trip where everybody thinks they can say, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Okay, you're entitled to your opinion. But when you start trying to boycott people, Panera Bread over in Salisbury, near where I live. They closed down their location that's been there for years and bought a lot. Corporate bought a lot next to a new grocery store that was up near a pond, a lake, and decided that's where they were going to build their grocery store. Well within zoning, got all the variances, stormwater engineering worked out. I mean, they did it by the book. And everybody and their grandmother, oh my God, it's a gross. Do we really need a Panera Bread there? The traffic's horrible. It's going to be bad getting in and out of there. Well, evidently it's not going to be that bad because they had to pay, I don't know how many thousands of dollars for a traffic study for one. Then people started talking about the runoff from the parking lot. Oh, that's just what we need is more blacktop. Oh, you don't want blacktop? Okay, rip up your driveway. Now you got more porous earth. I don't know what to tell you. They had the stormwater designed right, so it does not run off directly into the pond. How do you have the right to tell anybody else, corporation, person, whatever, what to do with their money and their land? You don't. The bottom line is you need to mind your business. Can you have an opinion? Sure, free speech. But the minute you start trying to mess with people's livelihoods, that's when I start spouting my opinions. And again, just an opinion. I can't force you to do or not do anything, but I'm going to be heard. And thank God, almost all of you on this channel have enough common sense to know all this stuff. So I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, but I feel better. I feel better. Don't you feel better? I got to vent a little. Hey, side note, what do you think of the sound? I know the beginning was, just me talking to my cell phone, but I know sometimes my volume gets a little hinky when I'm trying to record these videos, and I have my second YouTube channel that I'm pretty stationary. In fact, up until recently, I didn't even show my face on that channel. It was just my voice with stuff on the screen. But I had this. So, ta-da! We have a microphone. Probably didn't need the headphones on this video, but anyway, most of the time I have to listen to my own voice, which annoys me to no end. But anyway, let me know what you think. Is the sound better, improved, whatever? And let me know what your opinions are on this subject. Do you agree or disagree that people should be allowed, within reason and inside the confines of the law, to do whatever they want with their money? Let me know down below. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. If you've enjoyed this content, do me a favor. Give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that little bell icon so you don't miss the fat guy bitching about whatever. See ya.